Hey guys, it's Lord here, back in with another review, and today we are having a look at the NECA Predator Series 17 Elder Predator from AVP. Kind of introduced them differently in the last video, but whatever. They got like 16 titles for each toy line now. Do I really need to care? It's a freaking Elder Predator, okay? There you go. There's your name. This guy does not come with a lot, which kind of sucks, but kind of doesn't. Because A, I don't have to find a place to put it all, and B, I really don't care. He comes with this combi stick here, which I'm going to try and remove in a timely manner. In a timely manner. Which may or may not be impossible. That was much easier than the other night. Yow. Freaking little wrist things. Here it is. He actually gives this to a human in the movie. A lady, actually, which is kind of neat. But yeah, this guy shows up at the end of the movie. Well, is it the end? No. Point of the movie, part of the movie, bleh, where Scar gets killed. Spoiler alert. Is that a spoiler? Scar Predator gets killed by, I believe it was Alien Queen. She stabs him straight through the belly with her tail. Like a jerk. Scar was cool, man. But, win some, lose some. Yeah, looking at this guy's, well, hold on. He comes to one other thing. Comes with his mask, which is kind of a pain in the butt to get to stay on. I mean, that's just a quick way to get it on. It looks more like a Bionicle mask than a Predator mask, to be honest with you. But I'm going to have him holding it in his hand, or in his arm, this arm in particular. Speaking of which, he does not come with any interchangeable hands, but he does have this open hand over here. Which these are really easy to pop out. It's not too hard. He's got an open hand. We're going to swap that out for the left grip hand from the Serpent Hunter, because they actually share the same skin tone. And yeah, there we go. So that's the better hand to use if you want him to hold his helmet, because I know most of you are probably going to have the Serpent Hunter with the fist hands like mine anyways. So if you want him to hold his helmet in his arm, I'll try and do that towards the end of the video. He has the opening, I call it the suicide panel, but it's just the arm panel on his gauntlet. This one is basically what Scarface's was supposed to be, but Scarface's had a crap load of excess paint in it, I bet, and it snapped. So, Scarface needs to be fixed still. I know, it's been a while since I did the video. It's fine time to do it. And then he actually comes with removable wrist blades. I don't like the removable ones as much, because they're kind of a butt to put in. But mine seem to want to stay on. They're not as loose as some people, so I can't complain. I'm hoping when I get Youngblood, because I'll review him next. It'll be like tomorrow or whenever, but I just don't have him at the time I'm recording this video. So, details on the Elder here. Straighten this arm out. He's got little sandals as opposed to the big armored shoes. That makes sense, right? But he's basically a standard AVP body. He's got this little samurai. It looks like a samurai skirt to me. He got his Predator junk under there. He's got the the full chest armor. If I lift up his dreads, you'll be able to see a little more. He's got this trophy set with a human skull down here, and then way up here. I shifted mine so the cape could sit a little better up here on this shoulder, because with the trophies going through this little clasp here, it kind of made it sit funny, so now it sits a little bit more flush against him. And then his cape is actually really well done. It's spandex, so it's got some stretch to it. I wouldn't suggest tugging on it, but it's got a little give to it. Then on the back, you can see he's got this armor piece, which does hinder his waist. And he also has the combi stick clip up in here somewhere, right there. And then he also has the peg holes for the plasma caster, but why would you want to do that? Yeah, right around where my finger is, right there. So, you can do that, but you'd probably have to take the cape off, and why would you? I mean, if he didn't have it in the movie, you really don't need it in the figure. But this head sculpt, I love the unmasked Predator heads. I don't know what it is. They just look really, really cool. I believe this is the same head sculpt as the clan leader, if I'm not mistaken. He's even got a little scar on his forehead. Symbolize he's a warrior. He's a warrior! Then on his dreads, they go from the standard color to kind of this light bluish gray towards the ends to show that he's an old fart and doesn't want you kids screwing up his lilies. So it's quite awesome. So articulation is the same as the Serpent Hunter and even Scarface. So he's got the double ball peg in the head, the double joint in the torso. His arms will move out a little bit. They're a little hindered due to all this stuff going on because he's got shoulder pads on top of this cape. Over his shoulders, if that makes sense. He's got a bicep swivel. I guess we'll try the double elbow out over here. I mean, the double elbow on the left is really difficult to move, so I'm going to do it behind camera. But you do get a nice range out of it. And then you can get him in that regal, I'm going to hold stuff pose. Well, actually, I like to position his gauntlet there and then have his hand up here. So, it's going to look something like that. You move it back a little bit. There you go. Hips smooth out. It's got thigh swivel. Double joint at the knee. A little stiff on mine, so I'm not going to screw with it. And then he's got the double ball peg in the foot. So you got that. But getting him to hold his mask, first of all, we're going to get this crazy thing in his hand that holds things. Get in there, you little bugger. There we go. It's a little tricky to get in there, but if you give it enough room, you should have no problem. And then his mask just kind of rests like that. I think I had it in there a little better earlier. See if I can't adjust it some. There we go. There. Yeah, because you can't get this pose with the other hand. It's just not gonna work. It's not happening. So if you wish to display him with his mask, this is your best bet. In other words, this is the way to display this figure, because I don't think he ever wore his mask. You can do it if you want, but I don't think it ever happened in the movie. Going off what other people said, of course. But I have to say, this figure is probably my favorite from the wave. I know, right? He's really cool looking. I like his staff. It's different from the straight staff. So I'm going to have to give this guy a 10 out of 10. I really have no problems with it, other than the fact I don't like the hinging on the thing, on the gauntlets and the peg and wrist blades, but I have no problems with those, so I really can't complain. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.